Hey guys, it is Saturday here in West Virginia, and I forgot all about doing our Black Friday special with black cars because of the holiday, and I've also been feeling a little ill lately, so if my voice sounds a little bit funny, it's because I got a stuffy nose and stuff, so that's the reason why. Um, Today we're doing like what we did last year, what I call is like the Christmas season kickoff. Basically, we're just showing you guys some red and green. Well, last year was cars and trucks. This year's just going to be trucks, some Mopar and some GM trucks. Then we'll be back to business as usual on Monday with our Mopar Monday, and I think that's the 1st of December, and we'll be probably doing, I don't know, something that's a little Christmassy, I guess I could say, where maybe we'll do red and green Mopars on Monday. Even though we're looking at the red and green trucks today, we'll take a look at the red and green muscle cars on Monday. And then not every episode is going to be Christmas based. It's just going to be random here and there. I'm not even sure I'm going to do that on Monday. I may save it for the week of Christmas to do that. We'll see what happens. Because right now I don't think I have any new Mopars to unbox. So I think we'll just be looking at some of the ones we have unboxed in the past. Then later in the week we'll do a lowrider special, unboxing some of them, probably on a Wednesday or Thursday, and then back to the regular Free It Friday on Friday. So today, as I said, we're going to take a look at some of these red and green trucks. We got a few in front of us already. A lot of these I've done some custom work on just to make them more appealing to me. Now this guy here with the Christmas tree in the back, that Christmas tree is an M2 tree, but I can't remember which vehicle it came from. I think one of the O'Reilly's trucks I used to have, and I've downsized my Mopar truck collection quite a bit, and square body truck collection is still getting bigger and bigger, but the Mopar one, I think I downsized it to about 50 trucks, which is still a lot, but the reason I did that is because M2 has not addressed their problem with the wheel opening being distorted. On the driver's side, it looks horrible. If you guys have picked up the new diesel casting one that they are bragging about it being a diesel, but it just looks like a regular adventurer. The wheel opening in the back is all wavy. It looks like it was rotted and somebody threw a Bondo in it or something. It looks really bad. So I can't justify spending the $8 a piece on them. So I'm not buying any more Mopar trucks. The step side is still okay. But the fleet side is got a major issue. So anyways, back to this guy here. This truck came in a set with another green GMC 1500 on a trailer, and this was a two-wheel drive. Well, I don't really collect a lot of the two-wheel drives. I have one that has the patina look that was a shell logo truck, but I took the shell off the truck and just left the patina on it, so it just looks like a work truck, and it still has two-wheel drive suspension on it, but everything else I have is either slammed or lifted. So this guy looks really good when the light's hitting it in the right way, because I forgot this was metallic, but yeah, it does have a lot of metal flake in the green, which looks really, really cool. So yeah, I got one on a slam base, and then I got lucky and found a second set at Walmart. I wasn't going to do this anymore. I did it with, I think, 4 or 5 sets, but it just gets too expensive. If you can't find them at Walmart, they locate another set and then also locate a donor truck with 4x4 or slam bases. Slam bases are easier to find than the 4x4s. But at the time I had some, so it was actually a good find. So I was able to do this set since I found one set at Walmart. Yeah, the hood is loaded with metal flake. That looks really cool. Yeah, I'm kind of like getting re introduced to my trucks because I forgot all about the metal flake in this paint. That actually looks really cool. So there you go. You have it in 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. Probably for Christmas, we need the 4-wheel drive one. to go out in the mountains and cut down our Christmas tree. So that would have been probably a better one to choose for the thumbnail photo with the tree in the back, because it's more suiting for this time of year. So anyways, now let's take a look at a couple of Mopars. So this guy here, this is one of the last fleet sides I bought. Look at the wheel opening. If you can see how it's just really wavy. This is actually clean compared to some of the others that I have had. And all of them were bad. When it first started, you could still find a good one here and there. It first appeared when they had the top hand 4x4 and the paint SRT slammed one. A few of them had the bad wheel openings, and then after that release, almost all of them started having it. So it's kind of sad. They haven't fixed it, especially since they want us to pay more and more for their castings. And anyways, this truck here, what I did is it had some standard yellow rims with no holes in them. I took a set of white bead locks, and I colored them green, the closest that I could get to the color of the truck. And this isn't really the original color of the truck, close to Sublime, but it has a lot of metal flake in it, which also looks pretty cool. And these are really cool. I did keep my Power Wagon line up. Even the passenger side, you can see it's got a little bit of like a drip here. That may be the paint. You may be able to grind that down. That's not so bad if it was going down, but when the problem starts going up, there's nothing you can do about that. But if it's like a drip or run in the paint or even in the casting, you could grind it down and make it look even. This, though, I could tolerate. Same thing with this one, I could tolerate, but it's going to get to the point where it's going to have radiused wheel openings because the casting the mold is just going to keep getting worse and worse. As we can see, it's already deteriorating. So anyways, to another Mopar we have. So taking a look at another Mopar, this is the red and white Ram Charger from the blue color series from Greenlight. This is a really cool truck. This is probably my favorite Ram Charger that's stock from Greenlight. They do have a lifted orange and white one, which is pretty cool from their outdoor series. So yeah, I even ended up getting rid of some of my Ram Chargers and Trail Dusters too. I even ended up getting rid of my 60s swept lines and stuff from Greenlight. I just keeping it real for like trucks that I really, really do like or would own and stuff. Those really old Mopars, they're cool and all, but if I was going to have a truck from the 60s, it'd definitely be a Chevy, hands down. But for the 80s, like the 70s and 80s, it could be a Mopar or a Chevy. But for the 60s, it definitely would be a Chevy. So taking a look at a Chevy, here's a square body, a 73 1500. This is from the Miho Speed Shop lift set. And this is a really cool looking truck. I love these wheels on the trucks. They look really good. It gives it that kind of pro street, but pro touring look, since they are a big diameter wheel with low profile tires. They look really good on this truck. And the color looks really good, and it's also a metallic. Now, the red and white Mopar, and it's a kind of, not same year, but it's a 78. It's from the 70s. And these guys are pretty similar in looks. I mean, they really are from the side point. Now, from the front and back, they are a little bit different. Well, especially from the front. The backs and the sides, though, I don't know. The Mopars and the Chevys, to me, looked a lot alike in the 70s. But yeah, this guy, I put a set of like Pro Touring wheels on it too. They're like a black 5-spoke with a red line tire. Looks really cool on this red and white pickup truck. So let's move on to some that are not in the picture right now. We will take a look at the modern truck that I just did. and it's really nothing spectacular. I did a wheel swap. So this is the Dually Drivers Series 2018 truck from Greenlight, and this is called Cajun Red, but it also has a lot of metal flake. Very cool color. And I took a set of the big diameter M2 wheels and threw on the truck, and they look really good. I had to sand the back of these a little and cut the axle just a tad to get them to tuck under just a little bit more. They still stick out some, but that's acceptable. I don't mind that much. And the height is really good. It doesn't sag in the back. I tried to do this on a Dodge dually, the 3500, like a 2020, something like that, the Ram, and it just didn't work too good. The back wanted to sag down a little bit compared to the front. But this one, actually, the stance is really good. It's the same height all the way around. And I finally made a permanent home for my fifth wheel hitch, and it's in the back of this truck. So this is our fifth wheel puller, and it looks really cool in the diorama with the lowriders, usually hauling like 2 Impalas or 2 Regals or something like that. That's why I put those wheels on it. Later on, I may get some 3D printed wheels that are even a bigger diameter, but I don't know. They're like, if they're too big and the tires are like, I don't know, like rubber bands, I'm not really into that look, but I do like the low profile tires, like on this one. That's not too bad. I can accept that. Now, going to another 4x4, but this is turning back the clock. What is it, like 40 years? This is a, I think, 1975, maybe, something like that. I can't really tell by the base because it does say 75, but these bases, actually, no, this base did come from something else because this truck was actually a slammed truck when I first got it. It was the Coca-Cola truck from the Auto Hauler set that came with one of those race car 60s Corvettes that they make. But, yeah, I just kept the truck, and I ended up taking the Coke tampos off and throwing him on a 4x4 base. And he looks pretty good. But anyways, yeah, the 75 and the 19, which is, what, 44 years? So having them side by side, they look pretty cool. And the square body is, I don't know, a little, maybe they're about the same length. I was going to say maybe a little longer, but it's not. All right, so moving along to another Dodge. And this is another Power Wagon. And this is one from last year's Christmas ornaments from M2. And I really like what they did this year, where they just have a single car in the ornament, and they made a chase version of every car. It made it really cool hunting those this year. Better than trying to find the skid that had 2 packs on it, because my Walmart never ever got the skids with all those ornament sets. But the sidekicks, they always get those. So I was really happy to see the ornaments and singles, and I got some of them from my store. So that was kind of cool. But this is from the last year of the 2 packs, which was 2024. And this is done in a satin red, which looks really cool. And this one is also another one that I wheel swapped. No, actually, I don't. Yeah, I did wheel swap this one because I had those non-detailed wheels, and I ended up putting a set of beadlock wheels on it that are yellow with the holes that are a little more detailed. So now going back to a Chevy truck, we have a 2019. This is actually maybe a 2020. Let's see if we can see the year on the base. Yes, 2020 Chevrolet Silverado, and this is a 1500, and it has the Yanko stripe on it because it came with a beautiful Yanko Nova on the back of it. It was a hitch and tow Hollywood set for counting cars. And anyways, I really like the way the truck looks. When I first ordered it, I got one and it was defective. The front bumper was missing. And I had to contact Troy's Toys, and he went out of his way to go to his storage unit and find where he had a bunch of old stuff stored, and he found another set and cracked open the set and sent me a new truck to replace the one with the missing bumper. So I'd like to thank him again for that, because that was really nice of him, instead of just saying, I'll send it back, yeah, I'll give you a refund, because these sets are getting harder to find, especially at a reasonable price. Like he has them for, I think it was like $19.99, something like that. But yeah, so it was nice that he got me a new truck instead of just refunding it. So I was really appreciative of that. So very cool truck. And let me grab the Nova. I know I said I was going to do all trucks, but because it was a set and this Nova goes right along with it, they look really cool together. I don't have the trailer handy, but yeah, you can imagine it's a really cool set. This is one of the best looking Yanko Novas on the market, in my opinion. They make a few other ones that are cool. They got a black one with white stripes. They got another red one that has black stripes and I think like American Racing 5 spokes. So they have a few different variants. I think overall, Greenlight has the nicest second gen Nova out there. Johnny Lightning's is not too bad. And even Hot Wheels has decent castings, but this is probably the best one, hands down. Very cool car. So guys, that's it. We'll wrap it up for today. We took a look at some red and green cars to kind of get in the Christmas spirit, and it's going to be the 1st of December in just 2 days. So you guys need to start doing your Christmas shopping if you haven't already. I started doing some back in October for my son, and I went out a little bit yesterday, but as I said, I have this head cold, so I came home early, and I'll probably go out again on Monday and see what they got cooking for sales and other things like that. But I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you again on Monday for our Mopar Monday. Thanks for watching, guys.